Hello everyone, it's Cute Bunny here. Cash stuffing day for week 3, and I'm having issues with my camera angles again, so you're going to see me, but it's okay. And I will, we will pull out what's left of the change in here. So we'll pull out our, what do you call it? Rollover. And we'll pop it in the money box and we'll do the challenge. So, and I'll explain what I'm doing with that in just a moment. Why are you not staying any? Nothing is staying where it's meant to. Okay, so we'll have a look at, all right, I went out this morning and got a couple of things I needed to get, and I will not be using any of the rest of the grocery money, any of the rest of this money for a couple of days. So I will cash stuff now, and we won't be using any more after that until we're using the new lot. So I'm not worrying about my pet rollover. There's $15 there. My shopping treats has money. Nothing else does. There's a few dollars thing around in a rollover. So, all right, that's what it is. Now, I made a grocery buffer envelope as well. So I'll be hoping eventually, if I can make my grocery budget a little bit bigger again, to be able to actually have some money in that. And then I've got a shopping buffer, and then I've got, I think, a savings challenge buffer or something like that. So yeah. All right. So I have $2, 50, 70, 80, 5, but I also have 55 cents that's sitting over here from somewhere from spending in the last week. So $2, $3, 20, 30, 40, $3, $3.40, 3, 2, 3, 20, 30, 40. So we'll do the rollover now. I might as well do the rollover now, yeah, and then we'll cash stuff the next week's stuff. So what happened? I've emptied this money box. It was full. I've popped it into a jar. I found I swapped my dice jar to this one because this is smaller and I didn't need the big one, and the bigger one is now housing my change, and I'll wait till that's full and then I'll bank it. But you know, hopefully it'll be at least half to be banked, and once I've done the whole challenge, then that money is then mine for spending, and I can do what I want with it. I'm not going to worry about it either. I'm just going to do what I want because I'm not living on a lot at the moment, and I'm not sure why this money box does not like to sit empty. What a weirdo. Okay, so let's have a look. We'll change colour. $3.45. Where's the calculator? What did we say it was? $3.40. $3.23.40. So $3.40. We shall do 91 and 91. Take 0.91, take 0.91 equals $1.58. And we've got what's left, 90, and 89. Oh, and another 90. Take 90 equals. This is moving along. Once we start moving out further, it'll go a lot quicker, which is good. I have 68 cents, so we're going to mark a 68er as well. We might end up at the end with some random bits and bobs. So we could end up with just over 100 maybe. Alright, so that's that done. So that's good. So each rollover, each cash stuffing, with a rollover I'll do it that way. This is money that I'm actually quite literally missing out on, because this is some of my spending money as well. And misc money, like house, family misc spending. But the good news is that I am still saving that up eventually to do something for myself. So I'm not unhappy about that. So we'll do that. All right, so we're going to cash stuff, and then I have a spare $30 to do some other stuffing, and we might stuff a couple of savings challenges and try and get some stuff moving along. So I think there's 200 here. If I can't remember, is that right? No, 100. I think there's 100. So 10, 20, 30, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100. The reason it's all in fives was I had to condense something. I had grocery money out with $20 notes and I had to condense them out for something else. So I borrowed them and gave myself all fives for my shopping. It's not really going to worry me at all because money is money at the end of the day. Okay, so we have 10 and 5 and 10 and 5. Okay, so, and then 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This should be 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, cool. So, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30. $30 I have to do something with shortly. $40 is going into groceries for the week. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I've been struggling to live on this. I'm hoping to up that to $50 a week next month. And maybe June, but depends on whether I work or not as to whether I have the extra money. It just is what it is. So that's in groceries. 15. Miscellaneous is getting 15. And personal spending is getting 15 because I need to go out with my friend for her birthday. She had a birthday a couple of weeks ago. By the time I catch up with her, I'll probably want to do something. I still have shopping treats money and I don't need it, but I'm going to keep it there. I still have a little bit of pets. I bought a big bag of cat food on special yesterday. I still have a little bit of money left. I bought a big bag of cat litter during the week. So I actually am okay for the cats, but I am going to add another 5 to that, add that other money in a minute. Okay, so we're going all right. I keep the rest of that money there for whatever. Now, if you've noticed that my videos are out of sequence, it's because I pre-recorded some stuff at the end of last month for this month. So you might have noticed that this changed back from the old to the old one, from the new one, a couple of times. If you noticed that, well done. I forgot to tell you. And in other news, I also keep forgetting to tell you that this little addition on my arm, this is not new. This is my Fitbit. I bought this in like 2019 or 2020 and it stopped working randomly. The app stopped working. I couldn't log in. It would not work. It would not sync. It wouldn't do anything. I have held on to it for years. Every so often I'll pull it out, try and sync it and try and connect an account back up. And couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I just randomly decided I was going to have another go at it because I'm like, I could really do with having my Fitbit back. So I tried it. It took like about an hour to actually set itself up properly and it worked. But what's happened is Fitbit has actually connected to, I think Fitbit's connected to my Google account now instead of just being on a Fitbit account of its own, and that's the reason it's working. But whatever reason, I am so stoked. One, I've got my watch back. Actually, it needs charge. 6%, yeah. I know what steps I'm doing for the day. I am averaging over 10,000 steps, and that was since just before the end of my 6 weeks of surgery. And I'm like, I know that I'm active, but that's insane. Like still doing 10,000 Ks when 10,000 steps when I was still in my last week of recovery is just madness. And any wonder I'm still dropping weight because I'm eating still really well. Weight is still dropping off. I went and bought some new jeans again last week. One size 14, one size 12 jeggings, a size 14 pair of jeans, and my last tops were 12s. And I'm just like, I am not that size. Like, I don't believe that I am that size. Honestly, I just don't. But anyway, I'm fitting into them. So it is what it is. I'm tracking my sleep again. It's really good to have all this. So my old band was buggered. and I actually threw it out because when I actually took it out, it was, not only was it filthy, but it was also nearly worn out. It had almost worn the pin right through this. So I bought 3 bands for like $12 on eBay. It was like buy 2 get 1 free. So it was like, I spent like, yeah, $12 for 3 was all it cost. So I was wearing my green one. I've changed to my pink one, and I also have a white one. So if I want to be bright and sparkly and the personality of me, this is me. And then I love the green as well because I love green and purple. But my other little light purple one is now gone. And I thought I would get a conservative colour in case I wanted to like have a conservative colour for work or something, some sort of professional kind of thing. So I'm so happy to get this back, and I haven't had to outlay any more money now. This was already an investment from years ago. I'm super stoked, guys. You have no idea. And also it pushes me. I've done walks. Like I've started walking again. Yes, I get sore feet, but I have actually walked a few times since I've had this, including with my daughter a couple of times as well. And I had to go swimming with someone at work the other day. So yeah. All right. So I have managed to find $30 spare. Now I have so many savings challenges and so many things to do, and my brain has been like running around going, I've got so many things to start, but I'm just not ready to do it all yet. So some of that stuff is just not happening right now. Let's see what we can do, if we can make a dent. Now, movies. My daughter decided she didn't want to come with me to watch Snow White, so I was going to go by myself. I've got the money there, but quite honestly, I've decided I'm not going to bother. I've got my movie money there, and snacks ready to go. So what I've decided is I'm going to give Snow White a miss because it wasn't something I absolutely have to see. That I was happy to watch it, but I've heard some reviews and it's not that great. But you don't always trust other people's reviews. Like some people like different things. So what I have decided to do is I'm going to hold on to that money, and I'm going to watch a movie in May. Now there is a Karate Kid movie coming out in May. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's got, basically there's a young boy who needs help, and Daniel-san is an adult. So it's a bit like the Cobra Kai, but it's not Cobra Kai. It's a movie. But yeah, it's another one that's come out, and this kid gets the help of like 2 sets of karate or martial arts experts. The story sounds good, and then there is another movie in June as well that I want to see. Now I don't know who knows about the series. If you're a horror movie person, horror thriller type movie person like I am, if you remember the movies 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later, they have actually brought out a 28 Years Later movie coming out in June at my cinema, and I was like, oh my god, I want to see it. I'd love to watch the others first, but I don't have a copy, so I don't know if I'll be able to watch them beforehand or not, but I'm hoping I may be able to find a way to watch them. So yeah, looking forward to that, because that's a long time in between, like the viruses. And those movies are very much like I Am Legend. They're great movies. Worth a watch if you haven't seen them, by the way. All right. I think that's all my news, because I've done a lot of pre-recording. So some of this stuff, the stuff that you've seen has been stuff that's been like pre-recorded, and sometimes you just need have a bit of a chatty video to update with what's happening right now. Do you know what I mean? So, and it's not Easter yet. So, but I'll try and find a way to pop up an Easter video, or sometime around Easter anyway. I've actually, to prevent me having to go back to the bank during Easter week, I've actually pulled out the cash, and it's set aside for the last week of April. And as usual, I'll be doing 4 weeks for my budgeting for my cash stuffing, and there's always going to be a couple extra days tagged onto the month, 2 or 3 extra days. So I'll try and make sure that those weeks, that I have like maybe an extra $5 for groceries or something. If it's not saved in the previous weeks, I'll try and find an extra $5 or $10 to chuck in, because that will account those extra few days. And I've missed out on, I've had nothing extra this week. I didn't get to go and get my bread the stuff I've been able to get on Wednesdays, because I was working all day Wednesday and I was very stressed. My back and shoulders and neck are very sore. I'm going to get headaches again. So I've got a massage this week, but I've had to drop my massages back to make everything else work. I've had to drop my massages back to one a month, and I get headaches. So I'm not coping very well with that. So I've got my massage Monday instead of Wednesday to try and get on top of this now, and I'll probably just take the money out of next pay and organise to book another one at the end of this month, and then I'll have my regular one in the middle of next month, and hopefully I'll be back on top of things. But that's why I had started a health fund, well, it was actually meant to be just massages, but what I'm going to do is turn it into a health. It's a massage one there, but it's going to be basically essentially a health / massage folder. This is the challenge from Mum, Wife, Budget Life. Because I've had specialists and extra costs from paying gaps for things like that, I also want to be able to cover that. And eventually I want to be able to cover chemist and medications and things that I have to buy. Not just medications, but vitamins and stuff that I have to make life a little bit less painful for me. So what are we going to do? I'm not touching tax because I've been trying to... I added another $5 of tax the other day off camera. I don't care about the freezer right now. My treats, I don't need my treats. Honestly, I do need to work on the massage. My scratch off challenge finished. Clothes is not urgent. I want to finish off my Christmas challenge, just have it finished. But right now, I've got to make priorities. Also, I want to get this started or I'm never going to get them done. So Carrie Cash's calendar 2 and the autumn vibes, which I don't know who they are from. If someone knows, please let me know so I can give them the proper credit, because these were the ones that were given to me from my friend in the Happy Mail, and this one I downloaded for free from Carrie Cash before the end of last month. So we're going to start here. All right, we're going to do 5 for calendar 2, and I'm going to do 5 for autumn. And if you haven't noticed, I think I mentioned this when I was going to show you that I was going to put them in, that I've crossed it all out, and all I'm doing is just whatever I want. I'm either going to roll and save, or I'm just going to chuck a 5er at everything, or whatever I want to do. Or this one, I turned the 10s into 1s, and then I kept the 5s. So I'll mark off 5 1s today, and then all the others, most of them will be 5s, and I'll have a few dollars spare, and I'll just chuck another 5er in. So these are not going to be anywhere near as big as her originals, but this is the best I can do right now. Honestly, I'm already behind because autumn started in April and I didn't even get this started till today. We're already in the middle of April, and this started at the start of April and I'm behind. So I probably should do more, but I want to do some other stuff. We'll play catch up because I have got some work money, some extra money coming in from work yesterday, and I work again this coming week, and I work 20 hours in May at least. So I'm so pleased. It's taken a lot of work to get there, but we're finally getting there. It's just exhausting having to chase this work all the time. So I'm going to do 5 for that, and I'm going to cross off that 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, we might just also, just so I don't get myself mixed up. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a 5, and then we've got 5 for week 1. So yeah, like I said, it could just be at the end of the month I might just chuck a 5er in, and that'll be $1, $2, $3, $4 and a couple. I really don't know what's going to happen at this point. Anything is better than nothing. I still want to participate. I just can't do it at the full rate. There's so much going on at the moment. There are so many things I need to find money for, and I just don't have it. So there's $10 going in there. That's cut back on what I've got left, which is 20. I am going to swap a tenner. I might swap it out of this one. I'm going to put the tenner in that one for the 5, so that way I can make it stretch a little bit further. So there we go. All right, 20 bucks left. Yep, it's going to be a long video, but I was really overdue to do all this. So, all right, now where else did I say I wanted to concentrate on? Honestly, the tax is ticking over, but slow. And like I said, treats, no. I'm gonna have to put $10 into my health massage because I'm going to need to get a spare. Where's my challenge? Oh, here. Okay, we're going to actually do this as a challenge. There is also money in here. Where is that? No? Didn't I have money there for a massage? Clothing, garden. Oh, and I need to take money out. Oh, health. Yeah, health. Health/massages. Yeah, there's 40 bucks in there already. So what I need to do is try and get this other health, challenge finished so that I can have a spare $60 for another massage should the need come up, because I can't function with headaches like I've had. It's just not happening. So I'm going to put 10 in here simply because I want to get this done, and I want to get that into that other envelope, and then I'm going to take these out, and I'm going to cut back on savings challenges and whatever else I'm doing at the moment because it's just getting way too hard. Now, I know that this is all over the place, but I need to take the 20 bucks out of the garden. Oh, I'll do that in a minute. Just remind me, guys. Remind me. Just yell at me, okay? All right. 4, 7. All right, we'll do a 4. Actually, we might do 2 4s. And then we'll do a 2. I was going to do a 3, but... So, 10... because I need to get that moving. So we have 20, 25, 35. So 35, and I don't know, I think there's 50. Let me have a look. Remembering that the flowers were 5 each, 5, 10, 15, 20, 28, 30, 35. So we're right with that. We have 35, 39, 43, 47, 56, 58, yeah, 60, 61. So I've still got about 30-ish bucks. I might see if I can throw that at the challenge in the next month and get it out of the way, honestly. Let's see what I can do. You know, we'll just see what we can do. All right, awesome. Also, I keep forgetting I've still got some reallocations from Tiny's and stuff to come later in the month. So I'm forgetting about these, about that. But one of them is already earmarked for something, and the rest has not got a job yet. But I need to focus on tax. I wanted to finish the Christmas one off, so I've got that started, and I've also got to start. So there's my finished ones. That's why this folder's over full. Also, I need to keep ticking things over, honestly, obviously. All right, what's next? I'm actually going to put, it sounds counterproductive, but I'm actually going to put 5 in the garden because I have to take 20 out. So, family have paid for, one of my siblings has paid for some garden work to be done. So that'll get done this week. I got the quote. I have to add $20 because I'm also getting the weeds sprayed up the driveway as well as the side, or everything down the extra fence, and just the whole, the extra weeding, the extra spraying, path weeding and all that is just costing a little bit extra. So I just said I'll pay that, I'll just cover the 20. So the 20 is for me to take to cover that, but I'll put 5 back in, so that it gave me 15, but the 5 will give me 20. And then this is kind of like a Bunnings. The garden is going to be pretty much, I'll be buying Bunnings gift cards with that, because I tend to do most of my shopping for my garden and my outside stuff at Bunnings anyway. So whether it's soil, like bags of soil, like fertilizer, plants, seeds. Well, I get seeds online from other places as well, but I don't need any at the moment. But yeah, so that's kind of that sort of stuff really. So yeah, I'm happy. I've still got a little bit left in that. The health one will take care of itself, and to be honest, my gifts is needing to be moving along. And since I don't have another movie until June to pay for, that's not in any hurry. I'd love to put 5 in gifts, but here's what I want to do. I don't need gifts money until Christmas. So what I want to do is I want to start with my birthday folder, with my birthday fund. All right, so the birthday fund is basically for myself. So this was Narellis' budgets dashboard, and then I have found some cute little savings challenges that I thought I would just use as well. The Pansy budgets and Lysandra, budgeting with Lysandra and Pansy budgets. Collab was made for birthdays. I think it was for Lysandra's birthday. And then I have a Lady Di Saves birthday one as well. So I've just popped them in so I can just, have a bit of fun and record these with you. But honestly, what I want to do for my birthday, this is not an urgent thing, by the way, but I just want to do something for myself. I want to take a trip, probably going to take a trip to the city, a day trip to the city on the train. I'll get my hair cut. So I want to cover my haircut. There's a Just Cuts at the DFO station at the Melbourne, and it is about 45-ish for a haircut. It only costs me like $10 for the day to travel up and back. I'll need to have like a little bit of money for a meal and whatever, and I take a lot of, I usually eat my lunch, take my lunch and snacks and a few drinks, and then just buy what I need. And I might do a little bit of clothes shopping if I've got money. So I probably need about 150 because I've also got to pay for the haircut. So my plan is, I'm going to put $5 in here also while I'm talking. So the plan to start, I've started this now, but the plan for this moving forward is, since I've had that interest increased on my internet, my iSaver accounts, my internet accounts in my bank, I'm anticipating that I will get maybe $10 a month in extra interest over the course of like the next whatever months, 4 or 5 months till my birthday. So if it's April, May, June, July, August, September, so 6 months. So, if I can pocket $60 of free money from interest, those accounts I can pull the interest out without taking a hit on bonus interest. But my other 2 bonus savers, I would lose my bonus interest if I withdrew. So those ones, that one of them is for my car, solely for saving for my car, and then my teardrop camper. My other one is my basic savings that I will try not to touch unless I need it. And then my other accounts house my bills money, my month ahead account, things like that, like spending and like whatever extra. So there's a bunch of accounts that's sitting there with money in them that are waiting for bills, like future bills in like later in the year, because I have like bigger month. July and November are my 2 big bill months. And last year I was caught a bit short because I wasn't being disciplined. I'm being very disciplined and very focused and very back on track this year. So I'm very happy about that, guys, by the way. So I'm glad to have gotten back some sense of direction, gotten back into my frugal budgeting ways, and also joining the cash stuffing community and starting YouTube has been really good as well. So thanks, guys. And I'm very happy with how everything's going. This community is wonderful. So I'm super happy to start this. There we go. I've got my birthday fund going. So I'll need to add more, but I just wanted to get started. My retirement, some of these things will just have to take a bit of a back seat. The freezer was a project for the better half of the year. So we'll see where we're at like in a few months, and hopefully I can keep moving. I still don't know how to fix this, and I can't really fix it because the magnet's there and I can't get the magnet back. without trashing my folder. So that is what it is. So my 20 bucks is going back into the bank for my garden. And that does it. So thanks for hanging out with me. If you got this far, thank you very much for hanging out with me. And drop me a dragon emoji so I know who's stuck it out. And I'll catch you all very soon on another video. Bye.